Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at the user interface that you'll see when you're in a SharpCloud story. So we're just going to start on the top left here where we can see the title of our story. If we click on this, we can see the owner, the description of the story, the title, get some of that information. Now we have a toolbar across the top, left, and right. Starting with the left toolbar, this is where we have our view strip. We can navigate between the many views that we may have in our story just by clicking around. Coming across the top toolbar, we have some pretty self-explanatory functions like undoing or even potentially redoing your changes. We have a story tab. So this story button is going to allow us to manage everything that has to do with the story architecture, such as maybe some presentations, some forms, download the story. And our story setup is where we're going to come to change some of the story properties, such as maybe the categories, the attributes, add things like calculations, tags. We're going to be able to do all that from our story setup menu. If we continue on this toolbar, we have our data button, which is going to allow us to access our data grid, where we can see kind of the underlying makeup of our story. Continuing on, we have our view button. The view button here is going to allow us to access our view setup, which is only going to impact what we want to see on the current view we're on. Additionally, from here, we could either add a new view, play with our filters on the view, things of that nature. If we did want to add a new view, we could, like I said, do that from here, or we could do that right beneath our view strip here on the left. Now, we also have our relationships toggle here where I can choose to show or hide relationships and even create these right from this menu here at the top. Continuing on, we can see when our changes are last saved here. If I wanted to search the context of the story, I certainly could. We have a unlock toggle here, which is going to allow us to move the items between swim lanes or not. On the right-hand side here, what we can see kind of just starting at the bottom is potentially an activity log where I can come in, see what and who has made any changes to the story. I can manage the forms that exist, take a look at them, submit right from here, play with our widgets, maybe add some annotations to a view. If I wanted to edit the specific properties of an item, I could do that right from here, maybe add a comment to an item or even at the story level. And we also have our side view, which allows us to potentially give some textual context around the view that we're on, or we could even add a form into that side view right there. The last thing I want to touch on as we look at the user interface as a whole is the ability to share here at the top. I can click on this and I'm able to share this story with other people in my organizations with specific permissions, even potentially publish this story if I wanted to. So we're going to take a stop there for when we look at our UI. Please, as always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to a member of the SharpCloud team. Thank you. Bye.